I don't like it. I personally don't like it. Now listen. If the process changes, taste changes. Am I right or wrong? If the process changes, taste changes. In other words, if the process changes, output changes. That is what is applied over here. If you change the way you are processing the transaction, there is quite a possibility that you won't get the expected results. So equivalence TPS ensures that all the transactions are being processed in the same manner, in a similar manner, in a subsequent manner. That is called as equivalence TPS. Next attribute is high volume rapid processing TPS. High volume rapid processing means the transaction processing should take place immediately as it occurs. If you have a time gap in between, you could create a disaster. For example, a payment of 100 crores is made. Let's talk about now something big. Okay, and Indians talk only big only. When there are n number of problems, okay, scams, they are in 1,000 crores or in lakh crores. We understand crore, we understand 1,000, but understanding 1,000 crore is very difficult, and people do such scams. Okay, 100 crore transfer of funds is done. Okay, it is done, and that particular transaction is not processed. So the balance will be showing the same amount because it is not processed now. Immediately after half an hour, one more 75 crore funds are being transferred. It will transfer, na? Because the balance is showing it is 100 crores. Are 100 crores already gone? The balance should be nil, na? But the balance is not nil. So again 75 crores is gone. Just think about the disaster that will be happening over here. So don't you think whenever you are living in this era, immediate processing of the data should happen? And that exactly is nothing but the attribute called as high volume rapid processing. Immediate processing. Occurrence and processing should happen simultaneously. Then only you will be able to have an updated information. Then only you can avoid disasters or scams. And last is trustworthiness TPS. Trustworthiness means the number of processes which are required to be processed by a system is very, very, very high. And for that you need to have a robust system. You cannot afford to break down. Just imagine if the Indian Railway reservation system collapses. Maybe for 2 hours, just think about the disaster that will happen. If people get angry, even at 1% of the stations all over India, think the loss the railways have to bear. And people don't worry about these things. Nah. I am frustrated, take stone, break a glass. Break this, break that. Okay, burn it. So that's the disaster I am talking about. So you cannot afford to break down. Okay, see, if a node is breaking down, it's fine. But the core system, it cannot break down. And that's why you need to have a robust system which will be continuing to perform continuously again and again with same with same efficiency and accuracy. At the same point of time, you need to maintain data integrity. Whatever data is coming, it is not tampered. It is giving you the same meaning. That's called as protection of data integrity. So these are nothing but the attributes of transaction processing system. What? Access control, authorized people, equivalence, similar way, high volume rapid processing, immediate processing, and trustworthiness processing, rapid processing of a very, very, very large number of transactions. Now let's try to understand the features of a transaction processing system. Number one in this is called as atomicity. Atomicity means a transaction have to be completed, a transaction have to be processed fully, or it should not be processed. Either one should happen. What I said? Either it should be completed fully or it should not be processed. I'm saying something in Hindi because it has to be said in Hindi only. It is said, धोबी का कुत्ता ना घर का ना घाट का. धोबी का कुत्ता ना घर का ना घाट का means a dog of a laundryman leaves the house, but he is not able to reach the destination. What will be his fate? He is not at home. He is not at that place where he wants to be. Okay, he's somewhere in between. Other dogs won't leave him. Understanding? He is in some different area. That situation is very dangerous. Either you should be at home or you should be at your destination. If you are somewhere in between, then there is a problem. Understanding? Simple na? Malaysian aircraft. Either they should have reached China, Beijing, or they should have been somewhere in their home only. In between, it's dangerous. Okay, atomicity refers to processing of a transaction either fully or not processing of a transaction. I'll explain what exactly it means. I'll explain what exactly it means. Transfer of funds. In accounting, transfer of funds means debit in one account and credit in another account. Both the things should happen. If the amount is debited and not credited in the other account, then where the money go? Where is the money going? If the account is not debited, okay, and the account and one other account is credited, then the question is from where have the money come? Understanding? So if a debit is taking place in one specific account, subsequent credit has to be done. It has to be done, and that is nothing but fully completion of a transaction. Otherwise, no debit, no credit is fine. That transaction was not processed. We will process it sometime later. That's fine. But it should not be halfway around. Only a debit, but no credit. And only credit, but no debit. This is strange. This is not acceptable. That's called as funds transfer example of atomicity. It should be completed either fully or it should not be processed. Okay. Then the next one is called as consistency. Consistency refers to the transaction should follow certain specific operating rules. It's very simple. It's very simple. The data which has been collected by a transaction should be valid. Bharat, today is your birthday. What's your age today? 18. Suppose Bharat replies 24. Will I disagree? No, it's quite possible. He says 30. Might be. He says 40. Might be. He says 50. Okay. 60, 70. Okay. He says, sir, my age is -4. Can anyone explain me, if an age is -4, what exactly is happening over here? And who will plan that? How you can say that? That's what I'm saying now. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Acha, hey. Hello, here. What's your name? Sorry? What's your height? 1 centimeters. It will be around 5'3". I'm not sure. 5'9". He says, sir, my height is -4 feet. There is some data which can be never negative. What's your weight? Weight always has to be, there is never negative weight. Understanding? Getting it or not? Acha, listen. All names all names, name of a person, no matter to which country he belongs, to which particular area or region he belongs, to which particular religion, caste, creed he belongs. All names comprises of only characters. There are no numbers in a name. Huh? Raj is having 3 kids. Not today, after 10 years I am saying. He is naming them R1, R2, R3. I am the father R, Raj, and this is R1, R2, R3. How will you call them? Hey R3, come here. R3 is different. Are you understanding what I am saying? Please. That is nothing but an operating rule. I'll give you one more example. It's common sense. The withdrawal amount can never exceed the balance amount. I'm talking about savings bank. The withdrawal amount can never ever exceed the balance amount. Don't you think it is a fact or not? Yes or no? That is nothing but consistency refers to the operating rules. It is the set of operating rules. It is nothing but the validations that are being put up, okay, on a specific input. That is called as consistency. Your data should be consistent. You cannot afford to have wrong information. Okay, like for example, how much average Raj you scored in CPT? Average. I'm not talking about your CPT score. Chalo CPT score, it is out of 200. Raj replies, sir, I scored 280. How can you score 280 out of 200? Ram Prakash belongs to some another world. Apsara pencil, even though you are using Apsara pencil, but still 80 marks extra. Where is your common sense? There are 2 points left. I can easily skip them. Next is called as isolation. Isolation means a transaction must take place in isolation, and it means a transaction has to be processed immediately, otherwise it will be having a wrong effect, and I have explained this. If you are withdrawing the money, immediately the balance should be updated. So next time when a withdrawal is being done, again the check that the withdrawal cannot be more than the balance can be implemented. And if you don't update the previous transaction, suppose I am withdrawing 10,000. Suppose my balance is 10,000 rupees. I am withdrawing 8,000 rupees. Okay, 8,000 money, 8,000 fund I have. But that balance is not updated. The process is not completed. The transaction is not yet processed. So what is the balance? 10,000 only. Now I am withdrawing 5,000 rupees. Again, immediately. Okay, what is the balance? 10,000. 5,000 can be withdrawn? Yes. So 5,000 goes out. What is the amount with me? 13,000. 13,000 withdrawn from an account having a balance 10,000. That's absurd. That's not allowed. Okay, it will be giving you hazardous results. So the transactions should be completed immediately. Immediate transaction. And last is durability. Durability means a transaction which is completed cannot be undone. It cannot be reverted. Okay, if you are withdrawing cash, and then you reverse the entry, what will happen? Your balance will be again going up, but the cash is already withdrawn. It can't happen. It should not happen. And that is nothing but durability. Many a times when you are doing some online transaction, you are swiping a credit card, and if that credit card, the amount will be withdrawn. But if it doesn't reaches that vendor, immediately you will receive a reversal message. Same thing happens in ATM withdrawals also. The transaction is passed, but the money is not there in the ATM machine. Immediately a reverse entry is being passed. If your account is debited for some amount, immediately the amount will be credited in your same account, because the transaction was not completed. So if a transaction is not completed, an error log will be created, and in no way a completed transaction can be reversed. Okay, so that was nothing but something called as a transaction processing system. Understanding? Finished? We are now beginning with a new topic that is called as knowledge management system. What is a knowledge management system? I request all the students, please don't write anything. Let me complete. Let me finish off my explanation. I'll give you time to write. What is knowledge management system? Now, by this point of time, you know what is knowledge? When you have complete information about a specific entity, that is called as knowledge. What is knowledge management system? Before we understand knowledge management system, we first need to understand what is knowledge management. Then let's talk about the system. So what's the concept? Managing the knowledge. That's called as knowledge management. Now, knowledge management refers to achieving our objectives by the best use of the knowledge. Let me explain this line. What exactly is achieving the objectives by the best use of knowledge? I have been interested by this company to explain students the subject of the technical subject of information technology. So my objective is that you should understand the concepts of information technology. Okay, that is my objective, and I have to fulfill this objective. So for that, I'm using my knowledge. What I'm doing? I'm using my knowledge for it. See, I could easily just repeat the lines which is given in the module. I could easily do that. Then what's the point in sitting the lecture? We can also do that. You will say we can also read it. But my objective is, how will you understand it? Just by reading, if you are able to understand, then what is the use of a teacher? So I sat, I thought, I got examples, and more importantly, I made those stories. Okay, so with the help of stories and examples, don't you think it is you are able to understand the topic better? It's a human tendency that those things which happen in our life, we understand it better. But those things which you have never seen, and if some person is trying to put those things in your head, it's very difficult to digest. So by relating those things, those we understand very well, and if you relate the thing that I want to teach, you will be able to understand it. This is called as knowledge management. I am using the available knowledge with me. I put the things before you in this way that you are able to understand it, and that is my objective. So knowledge management refers to achieving the objectives by putting the best use of the knowledge that you are having. So what exactly you are doing? So here what we are doing is we are capturing the data or information. Then we are developing it. When that information is developed, it turns into knowledge, and then we share it. Okay? How to share it? By using various effective communication systems. Now a lecture has been recorded over here. You are attending it. Now there are many students who are not able to attend this lecture. So this particular data, this particular video will be shown to them at their place. So this knowledge is been also transferred to them via various communication devices, and that is nothing but something called as your knowledge management. Whether you are using the knowledge properly or not, whether the knowledge is properly implemented or not, that can be seen, that is reflected in the strategies that you are finalizing. That is reflected in the strategies that you are finalizing. What plan you make? Okay, is the plan good? If the plan is really good, then yes, I can say that the knowledge is been applied. The policies and practices that you implement, if the employees are happy in your organization, that means you have very well drafted and implemented the policies. So knowledge, whether it is properly applied or not, knowledge management is been successful or not, can be seen. It can be reflected in the strategies the management is deciding, in the policies and practices that the lower level of management are implementing. Okay, all in all, I can say it is a system. Now we are talking about knowledge management system. It's a system that will enable an employee to access any type of information that he is authorized to. Okay, there are n number of employees at n number of levels. All these employees requires n number of what? Information. So they can access that information. The information is readily available with them. For example, an employee wants to know that how much salary he will be getting this month. He's worried. He might be having some unpaid leaves. Okay, he might be having some late mark, something like that, or he's expecting some incentives and commission. So before getting the salary, he wants to confirm how much salary I'll be getting this month, so that he can plan for his expenses. So what normally he will be doing is, he will be contacting the HR department and the accounts department. Okay, what is that? Then that person has to sit and calculate, or if it is calculated, he will open the book and then he'll reply. Instead of that, if the information is put up, that person can see his salary, what he's expecting this month, right or wrong, yes or no. So making the data, making the knowledge available to the person whenever he requires. But if you try to see the salary of other person, you are not authorized. You won't be shown this particular information. Understanding? Like a HR manager might be worried that this month we are supposed to pay this big amount as salary. So first he needs to know that what is the total salary he is supposed to pay, so that he can negotiate with the finance department. So this is the knowledge that he is required. So he can access the data of each and everyone. He can take the total of each and everyone. That is allowed by him, but an individual is not allowed. So that is the idea of a knowledge system or knowledge management system. Understanding? Okay, we now move to the next one, and that is called as, what are different types of knowledge? What are different types of knowledge? One is called as explicit knowledge, other one is called as tacit knowledge. One is called as explicit knowledge, other one is called as tacit knowledge. Now listen, what I am doing is, I am not explaining you block-wise. I am differentiating between two. I am taking some common points and I am differentiating. What is explicit knowledge? This knowledge is easily available. It's easily available anywhere. I ask you, what is operating system? Okay, you want to learn operating system. So what? Google operating system. What is an operating system? What are the features of operating system? What are the advantages of operating system? What are the various types of operating system? Or you can prepare an entire project on it. Am I right or wrong? But if I ask you, or if I tell you, you want to learn programming, you want to learn how to do programming. Huh? YouTube. Are you sure? No. It will teach you a specific type of, if you ask, How to find the square root? What is the program for that? That can be answered by YouTube. I want to learn programming. The question itself is abstract. No technology in this world can answer it. You won't get an instant answer. You will have books. You will read the books. You will learn various aspects of programming. You will take various problems. You will see the solution. Then you will learn how a solution is designed for a specific problem. You have to use your own creativity. You have to learn various aspects of programming. You need to do certain case studies. Then only you can learn programming. That is one way. Other ways, sit for a lecture. The lecturer will explain you from start to end. What is a program? What is the objective? What are the inputs? What is the output? How to set the relationship? How to convert the input into output? What is the process that you require? All these things. So, operating system, you can answer. But if you want to learn programming, no technology can teach you. And if you are very sure with YouTube, ask YouTube and then tell me. Learn it and then come and teach me. Let's see. It's not possible. Because that is abstract. So, tacit knowledge is that knowledge which is not easily available. Why it is not easily available? Because it is not documented. It is not stored somewhere. It is a person's skill. Okay. You want to learn painting. So can you learn painting? Directly? Watching a video, can you do the same painting? I'll show you a video of a painter painting some beautiful scenery. Watch that video on YouTube and then tell me. I can also do that now. Just show me. It's not possible. It's an inherent art that you require. That is called as tacit knowledge. I'm not talking about a geometric drawing. 2 triangles, 2 circles and 1 square. That is not called as painting. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So, this explicit knowledge is easy to document. Or you can prepare a full project and operating system. Okay, and you can submit it. That means it is documented. If anyone wants it, you can transfer it. Here, take it, my project is ready. Next year, give the same copy. It could be easily reproduced. How? It's so simple. Xerox, it is reproduced. Or whatever is a soft copy, take one more printout. But this tacit knowledge cannot be documented. How you can write it down, how painting is done? You cannot write. Can you just transfer this art to others? I am a great painter. I will give you my art of painting. Can you give that? No. Or can you reproduce it? No. It can't be done. That is nothing but the tacit knowledge. And for learning this and for having this particular explicit knowledge, you can refer to procedure manuals. The data is already documented, but that cannot be done with tacit knowledge. Tacit knowledge is a person's skill. It is your intuition. Many a times people get a intuition that today something bad will happen, and by the end of the day they get some bad news. Some person has died or some bad news. Then many a times there is an intuition. Paisa aega. Some way or the other, maybe in short term. It is not always there. It's the intuition. And you get money out of it. That's nothing but your intuition. Okay? Can anyone teach how to get this intuition? It is inborn, yeah, it is within. It is your belief, it is your values that no one can actually document this. Okay? Tapping this particular tacit knowledge is a work of great skill and art. Okay? Understanding one particular person's strong point is very important. It is said in Hindi, हीरे की असली कीमत हीरे को भी नहीं पता. हीरे की असली कीमत सिर्फ जौहरी जानता है. What I said was, the price of a diamond is not known by the diamond himself. Only the trader of a diamond knows its real value. In the same way, understanding the tacit knowledge is a work of great art. Everyone cannot handle it. Everyone cannot tap it. It's only the work of some skilled people. And the last line is, a tacit knowledge is very difficult to document. I cannot document it. Okay, I cannot store it. I cannot communicate it. It has to be explored, and that is nothing but something called as the knowledge management system. Understanding? Finished? We are now moving to the next topic. I'll give you a break exactly at 9:30. And that will be a half an hour break. Okay, listen. Should I start? Next is called as Management Information System. Again a general topic, Management Information System. Now it is an information system will be helping the management. That's why it is called as Management Information System. Now management, I'm talking about the top level management. They are required to take some very important decisions. And their decision affects the entire organization. So they have to think twice, thrice before taking a decision and before implementing a decision. So their decision making is very important from the point of view of the company and also from the point of view of the efficient and profitable working of a company. So this particular management requires a great quantum of data. They require a great quantum of data because they are thinking about next 5-10 years. So obviously they will require information about past 5-10 years because based on the past facts only we plan. Na? It is said that planning is the activity of present. Planning is the activity which is in present. It about the future, taking into consideration the data from the past. Am I right? So this particular management is doing planning. Today they are planning. Obviously, planning is done about the tomorrow. It is done for tomorrow and taking into consideration the past. So all the data has to be properly organized and has to be given to them so that based on this data, based on their intuition, based on their logic, based on their skills, based on their experience, they are taking the decision which will be affecting the tomorrow. Okay? So the idea about management information system is giving them information. So the management information system is used by the top management, which helps them, or this particular management is taking decisions. Now they are taking scientific decisions. Huh? Now what is this scientific decisions? The problems that they are solving is very complex. You cannot think about each and every option any point of time. You will be confused. Go step by step. We have learned that decision tree. Parents visiting, yes, no, this happening, yes, no, this happening, 1, 2, 3, and then go on splitting it step by step, step by step, step by step. Take one branch at a time. If you think about all the consequences simultaneously, you will end nowhere. Okay? So think about it step by step. And this way of decision making is called as scientific decision making. So for such type of scientific decision making, you require what? You require information. That's the importance of information for the management. So management information system is a computer-based system which will organize the information, evaluate this information. Evaluate means check whether the information is right or wrong. Okay? And give this information to the top level management so that they can manage the various departments. And I said this, it's all the connection between past, present and future. Taking decision is a present activity which will be affecting the future and which is done depending upon the data and information which you have collected from the past. That's called as the past, present, and they are predicting the future, the information which will take place in the future. So management information system is having components like management information system will be having components like software. It will be having a software for decision making. Okay? It also needs to have a database. A database is nothing but collection of records. Have I told you that? It is nothing but a collection of records. One thing is, you leave the class never to come back, or pick your bag and sit over here. The option is yours. I give you only 2 options. Leave or sit here. Come on, quick, fast, don't waste time. Third time I won't say that. Huh? Third time I'll call Satish and he'll be out. Either leave or sit here. Okay, so that was nothing but the management information system. Now, एक तीर दो निशान. One explanation, two questions will be answered. Next is called as executive information system. Who are executives? Those who sit at the top. They are a part of the top level management. Now listen, executive information system is nothing but management information system for senior management. See, when we say MIS, we are just saying it is for top level management, but middle level managers can also use it. Okay, but when we say executive information system, it is nothing but the management information system only, exclusively used by the top level management. And what is shown, what is there inside? It is having the internal and the external information. Internal information is the information within the company, and external information is the information which is outside the company. The details about the market, the details about the customers, the details about the competitors, the details about the government, the details about maybe the climatic condition is external information. The information about the product, the information about the machines, the information about the employees, the information about the working conditions, the information about the financial status of our company is the internal information. Both can be provided to the management, top level management by MIS. And this type of specialized MIS is called as Executive Information System. Now, one thing's for sure, this particular system will be used by the topmost management. The CEOs, board of directors, this and that, they are experts in their own field, but don't expect them to be very tech savvy. They won't be very much tech savvy. So if they are using the technology, it should be very easy to use. So programmers should develop EIS in such a way that it is having a very easy user interface. Okay, it should be full of graphics. Pictures are able to explain the things better than words. So with the help of graphs, okay, like for example, they want to see the entire market and where they stand. So if I give it in numbers, the analysis is not done. But if I show them a pie chart that we are having 4% of the market share and the competitor is having 84% of the market share, then the picture is very clear. Oh my God, we are lagging so behind. The picture shows. So the use of graphics, it is very easily explainable. They can also analyze the performance of their enterprise, how our enterprise is performing. And it is very important that they do something called as SWOT analysis. The strength and weakness, you should capitalize on your strength and you should remove your weaknesses. That's nothing but the part of internal environment. Opportunities can come any point of time and you should grab that opportunity. Threats can come any point of time, you should stay away from those threats. Okay, and that is nothing but the external environment. Analysis of the environment, both internal and external, is called as SWOT analysis, and this is done only by the top level management. Worker will not do that. Lower level, middle level won't do that. So this SWOT analysis is a part of a executive information system, and it will be a support system for the executive. Support system means not for walking. It is for decision making, for taking the right decision, for planning. This support will help them. Now, what are the various components of the executive information system? One is called as hardware. You require various hardware. Monitor, printer, keyboard, mouse, this, that, everything. Software, the right operating system first of all. And a very easy to use interface. The interaction between the top management Okay, they are not interested in the software. They are interested in thinking, what should we do? The intellectual work is more rather than their physical work. So whenever they are interacting with the system, it is like you should not give them tension. First you have to learn the system, then only you can work with it. They'll say, do hell with that system then. It should be very easy to use. So it will be comprising of questions and answers, menus. In Word you see different menus. So easily select a menu, select option. Dialog box. When you save a file, you get a dialog box. That dialog box, forms, input, outputs, you should be having a command. And also, commands can be given in a natural language. That means here you have the influence of artificial intelligence. In the same chapter, I'll be teaching you artificial intelligence. And last is, it should also have proper support of communication, because whatever is been planned, again I need not go to some another system and send the data. Immediately the same system should be communicating the information to others. Okay? So actually speaking, this MIS and EIS are one and the same only. But this is specialized only for the top level management. Okay? So I've explained you both. Note down fast. This is not BW, this is SW software. Software for decision making database. This is MIS, Management Information System. Some students will ask me that also. So what is that MIS? Finished? Time up, time out, time out. Copy from someone. Decision support system. The next topic is the same thing, decision support system. Break at 9:30 or after that, not before 9:30. Break not before 9:30. किधर का? तू तो नंगों का मेरे है क्या? तेरे को क्या? Finished? Finished? Shall I start with the new topic? Shall I start with the new topic? If I hear yes sir from you, it is fine. If I am hearing no sir from you, it means that I am supposed to skip that topic. Should I start the new topic? The next topic, hello. The next topic that we are discussing is called as decision support system. Now, as I told you, as I promised to you early morning, that if there is some technical topic coming up, I'll be explaining it with the help of a story maybe. No, I cannot say that this is a story, but it is bigger than an example and smaller than a story. So listen. I'm not telling a fairy tale. Angdai mat bar. Acha, listen. I am working in a company in HR department. I am the HR manager in a company, and I have been working now in that company for almost 30-35 years. In next 6 months, I will be 60. My age will be 60, and that's the official age of retirement. I'll be retiring. And my I've done very well in that company. I can know with the status, with the respect that I get in the company that I have done well. My my top management, the board of directors, they come to me and say, Amol, you have done a fabulous job all over these years for this company. And we want you to continue. Even though you are retired, no problem. You still continue. We will give you an extension. You work for 1 more year, and then we will take a call whether you quit, you leave, or still to extend. But I say, thank you very much. I don't want to work now. It's now almost 40 years that I'm working. And now I need to give time to my family members, to my relatives, to my grandchildren. Every grandfather does that. What's the big deal in that? And I say, my son is doing very well. He's highly qualified. He's on a very good post. He's earning handsomely. And my son has constructed a nice bungalow for me in a hill station that is near to Mumbai called as Lonavala. Lonavala is a hill station situated very near to Mumbai. It's just 120 kilometers. So I wish to stay there on weekends with my wife, with my grandchildren. Okay? And that time I would like to devote it to myself. In college days, I used to write nice poems, nice drawings. So I will now carry it forward. I'll read those poems and I will relive those golden moments. I don't want to work after 60. That's it. I've decided that I'll hang up my shoes. That's it. So they say, okay, Amol, no problem. We respect your feelings. But do something in this 6 months. We would get your expertise, your type of thinking, your type of problem solving. So I say, the solution is very simple. Appoint some assistant manager who will be working with me. In the next 6 months, till I'm retired, I'll teach him the skills. I'll explain, I'll groove him up. And even though after my retirement, if some problem occurs, you require my services, I'll come down for a short span. I'll solve that problem and I'll leave. But I won't commit for the entire year. No. Okay. So they say it's fine. Then an assistant manager is appointed. Mr. Raj has completed his MBA in human resource from Harvard University. And he is not just a degree holder of Harvard University, he is a gold medalist. Gold medalist from Harvard University. Now listen please. He is a gold medalist from Harvard University. He is appointed. His first day at job. And there is a strike in the company. There is a problem in the company. And Raj says, yes, from first day I can show my skill. See, he's young, he's energetic, he's ready to show the world that what can I do. So he is immediately rushing to that place where there is a problem. People are shouting, people are saying strike, strike, they won't work, this, that. And when he's running, I say, hey Raj, come here. Sir, problem, there is a problem, I need to solve the problem. Are you come here? Sir, but the problem, I'm here. He's coming. Sit. Sir, but the problem? Shut up. Are you Amitabh Bachchan to go there and solve the problem instantly? No, sir. Then sit here. He sits with me. He's restless. He's very eager to solve the problem. But I'm explaining him something. Raj, no doubt you are a very intelligent person. You are a gold medalist from Harvard University. But experience is that teacher, okay? Like no teacher can do, that experience will do to you. I have that experience. Now if you go there, no employee, no person who is having a problem, who is creating a problem will see that a assistant HR manager is coming or Mr. Raj is coming. No one will see that. They are very angry, and in anger they cannot find out what is right, what is wrong. They'll start hitting and you will be beaten very badly. Now you are a very fair person, you will turn black and blue. No one will recognize you. There will be a problem of your marriage. So sit here. Then he is saying, then he is convinced. Then sir, what to do? Listen. let this particular phase pass by. When there is a wind, you should not come out. Stay indoors. What will happen? Okay, they'll shout, shout. And after that, see, when it is 5:30 na, it is the end for employees. 5:30 means that's it. Now if there is a fire in the company, they are not bothered. 5:30 means my work is over, I'll go home. That is a worker's attitude. See, at 5:30 na, they'll stop screaming. Everyone will then think about their home, their wife, their children, their food, their parents. 70% of the employees will go. Same thing happens. Only 30% of people are sitting over there and they are saying strike, strike, strike. Then it's a rainy season. Okay? In rainy season, house is the most comfortable place. Your house. Safe as house, we say. Out of this remaining 30%, in 2 days, it is raining very heavily. And when it is raining, we always have the feeling of eating those oily bhajis, right? Out of that, 50% will go, means remaining only 15%. And when all the anger is gone, you, me, along with security, will go there and have a discussion. And I don't have any problem giving them the things they want. Or if we wanted to give them the things, but they are impatient. We wanted to declare this in an annual meeting, or we wanted to declare the same thing in annual function. No problem. Anyways, we are giving it. We will give them early. So what's the problem? But there has to be a right time. When to fight is the right time. जोश में आके मारा-मारी नहीं करने का, होश संभालने का. What is the right time you will strike? That is very important. Okay. Now Raj was in a position to commit a mistake, but I stopped him. Now the thing is, chalo, Raj is having my support, but there will not be all the managers having such support. What will they do? So for such type of managers, we have a system called as decision support system. What's so big about this system? Right from the year 1760. Now what's so special about 1760? It has to do something with this example. Sorry? Someone said it. Yes. The Industrial Revolution started in the year 1760. The concept of machines came. Machines were producing in a large quantity. So, large-scale production and distribution was the concept that came into existence. And that's how the joint stock company was born. Am I right? Okay. Right from 1760, whatever problem occurred in a country, that is, I'm talking about a business problem, in a specific industry, in a specific company, all those problems are stored inside the database. I will be creating a system where right from 1760, whatever problem occurred in a specific company, of a specific industry, of a specific country, that problem was noted. How that problem was solved, the solution will be given. Who solved it, that will be noted. What was his approach, that will be noted. What was the expenses that were incurred to solve the problem? That will be noted. What was the losses that the company incurred because of this problem? That will be noted. Was this the best solution? If no, what could have been the best solution? That will be noted. You will be having everything regarding that specific problem. And any problem that has occurred will be in that database, right? Now, when that particular manager is facing a problem, there is some problem in his company. One option is he can solve on his own. If he is confident that he can do it on his own, no one will stop him. But you will be having a system ready. Like when you type a keyword in Google, you get the list of sites, then you click on the site, and then you get the data about that particular problem or that particular word. In the same way, in this system that he is having, he will be typing the nature of the problem. The nature of the problem will be scanned in the entire database, and the same type of problems will be listed before him, and he has to click and go through the problem and the solution. Such problems which occurred in the past, who solved it, what was the type of the solution, what was the approach, what was the loss, what was the expenses, how it was solved, was there a best solution. Now I am not saying that he should copy the same solution, but don't you think now he is in a better position to solve the problem? He will be getting at least a direction to solve the problem. And this system, which will help a manager for taking decisions, is called as decision support system. Now are you understanding just conceptually what it means? Yes, sir. Okay, so that was nothing but the decision support system. So a decision support system, hello, don't write please. The decision support system is a computer program. Decision support system is a computer, obviously it is software na? So it has to be a collection of program, it has to be a computer program which will be analyzing the data. Whatever data you have, you will analyze it so that you can store it properly, and whenever a person requires it, it could be retrieved properly. That is called that, and presents the same. Storing the data, retrieving the data, both should happen. And this will help to solve the business decisions, business problems. A decision support system could have a inbuilt expert system or artificial intelligence. Now please don't ask me what is this. In the subsequent questions, today only maybe, I'll be explaining these things. What is an expert system and what is artificial intelligence? The idea of a decision support system is to identify a specific problem and solve that problem. This particular type of a system could be fully computerized system, or it could be partly computerized, partly human. That is our human support. Okay, that's nothing but a decision support system. What are the various components? The components is the user who is using it. A user will be having a structured problem. That means a problem which is well understood. Or a semi-structured problem. That means a problem which is partly understood. There cannot be a problem which is unstructured. Or if you have not understood the problem, how are you supposed to solve the problem? So you are not the right person to solve the problem. So a problem could be structured, problem well understood. It is always said a problem understood is problem half solved. So it could be having a structured or a semi-structured. Then this particular system will be having a database. It is nothing but the data from internal, external source which will help to solve a problem. You will be having a planning language. Now all these people are not computer experts. So they need to have a simple, easy to use interface so that they can communicate with the system. And last but not the least is called as the model base. And a model base refers to, it is the brain of this system, because this exact model base will be doing all the permutations and combinations. And it is that part which will be interacting with the planning language. Understanding? That is nothing but a decision support system. Okay.